What is going on? Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Shout out to everybody that's in here now that comes in. And 161 family. Hope you're all doing well. We got a lot of folks look like they're going live tonight. And there's some stuff to talk about. The news on Shohei Ohtani's deferred money situation, if you haven't heard that. And the Yankees' top brass met with Yoshinobu Yamamoto today and his people in Southern California to pitch him on coming to the Yankees. He did meet with the San Francisco Giants, I think, yesterday. I think he has one or two more meetings scheduled. And I do expect him. What's up, Keith? I do expect him to honor those meetings, and then Yankees are hoping to set the second meeting, preferably in Yankee Stadium. Speed Gaming, what is good? What is good? So we'll see what happens. But the Yankees, they've said they feel pretty good coming out of it. We're constantly, yeah, he's in the house. There he is. Brooklyn Joe, Chris, Sharp Potatoes, Phil Diver JC. What is good, baby? Yankee fan 777. Shout out to all of you. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Let's get them likes up now. Let's try to get to 100 likes as quickly as we can. Stephen B. Word Life. Greetings, and happy holidays, everybody, as well. Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, happiest holidays. Yankee Tiger 413. D. Rods in house. Word Lifer. William. What's happening, gang? Well, it's interesting, William. And while and think about this, while it would be theoretically beneficial to defer money to Soto, Scott Boras is 70 years old. I don't think he's going to want to wait until he's 80 to start getting paid on the deferred money. And this is like they bamboozled the system a little bit today. Rob Hanford and Shohei Ohtani's people. He's making $2 million a year for the first 10 years, and then $68 million a year after that. So he's only going to get taxed really on the $2 million, and they could probably loophole the other $68 million afterwards because it's going to be probably considered classified. I mean, not classified, a carried interest or whatever. So it'll be taxed at a much lower rate. So they really, really gamed the system today. And so he's getting taxed on $2 million a year, and he'll probably make another $40 million in endorsements a year. So along those rates, with the endorsement money that he makes and the fact that he's going to start making $16 million a year after he's retired, after his 10-year deal, he's going to be the first billion-dollar player, the first billion-dollar player in baseball. So congratulations to him. So Mike Consigliere is moving to Texas tomorrow. He's taking over Texas. He's not moving to Texas. He's taking over the place. That's right. That's what made men get. Yeah, it's a crazy, insane loophole, Keith, right? I mean, Sharp Potato, it's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. But, they did it. And that's what happens with these guys with uber monster contracts, the super wealthy. They have a different set of rules that they play by, a different set of loopholes that they can benefit from that we don't, us normal folks. So, yeah. John Hamm is reporting that Yankees sent Ari Gold to negotiate with Yamamoto. Can you imagine that? I like that one word. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. 311. No, and they're deferring pretty much 96% of his contract. So, Michael, what's happening, man? Happy holidays to you, Michael. Rafael Santos. Yeah, so if you're just coming in now, the Yankees had a good meeting with Yamamoto and his people today. They feel good. Top brass was there. Hal Steinbrenner, Aaron Boone, Matt Blake, Brian Cashman. They were pitching him on coming here, talking about the rich history and of some of the Japanese legends who played here: Hiroki Kuroda, Hideki Matsui, Masahiro Tanaka. And again, keep this in mind too, for those who haven't heard. They have reserved number 18 for him. They didn't issue it last year, and they reserved it purposely for him. And they also sent the rep, right? The Cashman had a rep sent for every one of Yamamoto's games for the whole entire year. So he had a rep going to Japan every week for Yamamoto. And speaking of number 18, which is reserved for Japanese ace, the Mets are actually retiring number 18, who was was Darryl Strawberry's number. So they're not going to have that. And the Yankees might have a leg up on the Mets there. So Fortran's in the house, Yankee Mike's in the house. I didn't report that. I said, go back and look, Yankee Mike. Go back and look. The title, Yankees reported, I quoted it, reportedly to sign with the Jays, because that was what we heard, and I quoted it because it wasn't confirmed. So go look at the title of this, but that's what it was, Yankee Mike. And then we came back and jumped all over it. I mean, John Morosi issued a public apology for some bad reporting. And a lot of these other guys were; those are the ones that were reporting it. They had bad intel. So, and since it wasn't corroborated by multiple sources, that's why I put quotes in the title. So, but I was one of yeah, I did put out a video talking about it. So, and I even showed you the link for MLBTradeRumors.com. It was crazy, crazy. But like we had other channels. What is it called? Blue Jays Today. They were live streaming it. They were tracking the flight that he was supposedly on for like 4 hours straight. Okay, and super intense and giving every Fed update every 30 seconds. So it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. That channel gained like 1,500 subscribers while I was on there. And I'm like 280 away from 260 away from 20,000. If I ever got 260 in one live stream, I would break dance. I would be so happy. But yeah, and this is the thing too. Because I haven't heard. Scott Boras represents Juan Soto, and people are saying Juan Soto likely to defer money. The only problem with that is Scott Boras is 70 years old. Okay, I don't think he's going to want to wait 10 years to start getting paid on the big money that Soto will make. Just something to keep in mind. But they definitely game the system here, and to their benefit. There's no, I mean, the most recent collective bargaining agreement, there's no limitations to deferred money. It's signed right in the CBA. So they did it legally. Um, it's just stinks to high hell. But he cleared money for the Dodgers to add more players, pitching, whoever else. So yeah, they're deferring it for the next 10 years afterward, D-Rod. So far, at least. But then again, Max Scherzer had his contract deferred. When he signed a 7-year, $210 million deal with the Nationals, they stretched it out to 14 years. So it went from 15 million, I mean, from 30 million out of their pockets to 15 million out of their pockets. It still counted towards the payroll and luxury tax, but the money that came out of their pockets was different. So, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So, and it's good. I mean, Fortran's he's excited. He's very confident the Yankees are going to get Yamamoto. I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people are. Yeah. Dodgers will be paying Bobby Boney and 99,000 until 2056. Yeah, exactly. Keith, I do think the Yankees re-sign Juan Soto. I don't think they would have come this far to give all that much to get him to just let him walk in free agency. I can't see it happening. And then, I mean, the contract, and I said this yesterday, and a lot of people disagree with me, but Scott Boras now has an argument to ask for $700 million for Juan Soto because Ohtani got it. Ohtani's a 30-year-old generational player. Soto's a 25-year-old generational player. Even if it was 14 years, okay, at 700 million, that's 50 million per. It's not 70 million per, okay. And they could he, I mean, he has an argument to ask for. I'm not saying he's going to get it, but I definitely think he's for it, and he has an argument for it. So, and that's Scott Boras. Okay, he's going. This isn't Jerry Maguire. This is Scott Boras. He's going to do that. He likes to set records and new standards and so on. And the Dodgers just blew everybody out of the water with Shohei Ohtani. So, and he's going to be, he'll probably make $40 million a year in endorsements. He's very marketable. And I've had people, telling me that Soto's overrated and Ohtani's, a unique player. He's unique in his own two-way player, which I don't think will last for just for a few more years, and then he'll be a one-way player. Okay, but Soto has a higher career batting average, higher career on-base percentage. Okay, he has a home run title, a home run derby title. He has a ring, which he played a big part. He had like a 340 average in the World Series with the Nationals. He played a big part there. Okay, yes, Ohtani won 2 MVPs. Won't take that away from him, but he did not beat Soto out to get him. Okay, they were in different leagues, so I actually don't see the point in comparing them. I think Ohtani's in the perfect spot in LA, and Soto's in the perfect spot in New York. Ohtani's got more laid back and low key, and LA is a more laid back market than New York is. New York would have eaten him alive probably, which is one reason why he's probably there. And Soto's got the charisma and the character and the flamboyancy to be here. Okay, and Yamamoto has shown that he wants to play on the biggest stage. So I'd rather have Yamamoto over Ohtani. Okay, and we'll still get a lot of Japanese business here and a lot of Japanese market. So, um, if they get Soto and Yamamoto, that's a nice start. And they brought in Verdugo, they brought in Trent Grisham, and they made the Dodgers trade as well. They got two players. Okay, and Gonzalez, the reliever, a left-handed reliever from 28 years old from Mexico, 3 years of control left. Okay, and they got a second baseman and third base and an infield prospect. They traded Trey Sweeney to the Dodgers. Okay, Sweeney was also blocked by George Lombard and Roderick Arias, who has probably the highest ceiling of any infield prospect for the Yankees. So this is actually a good trade for the Yankees. And now maybe this means now that they don't have to trade Gleyber Torres for pitching. If they sign Yamamoto, my guess they're going to keep Gleyber Torres' bat. Okay, really go all in, and maybe sign somebody like Jordan Hicks to help close out the bullpen, and they'll have a pretty robust offseason. So, yes, and he did. For Yamamoto said himself, he wanted the biggest stage with the biggest lights. That's not Queens. That's not the Dodgers. That's the Bronx. Okay, all due respect to the Mets, all due respect to the Dodgers. Okay. Yeah, Jake Boss said Ohtani didn't have a fit here. The other problem with Ohtani, like they love to compare it to Babe Ruth, but like Babe Ruth played a position. Okay, he pitched and then he played right field. Ohtani DHs, meaning he doesn't give outfielders and position players an opportunity to have a half day with a DH day, or he has to sit, or the position player has to sit. So the DH clogs up the ability for teams to rest players. So that's another thing. When he's not pitching, he's going to be DH. So, yeah, I would just see. I mean, if Torres gets moved, then it's probably going to be my guess for another starting pitcher. That's my guess. On the cheap, a starting pitcher on the cheap. They're not going to pay $30 million a year for Snell. They're not going to pay $25 million a year for Monty. So I can't see a scenario in the world where that happens. So they're going to, trade for somebody like one of those Marlins pitchers, who are three of them are on the block right now. So Jordan can play third base and second base, Joe. Yeah, and they've already said DJ is going to be playing the hot corner in 2024. And he's in AAA now, so I don't be surprised if he makes it up later. He'll be at spring training, so if he plays well enough, you never know. But they've already committed to playing DJ at third base for now. So, and I still expect they're at 37 right now in the 40 man. So I expect them to make a couple of more moves before the end of the offseason to fill that 40 man and make a better depth. So, 46 million. Okay. Yeah, there's all these numbers coming around right now. 46, this, that, and whatever. The bottom line is he's not being taxed on 70 million. He's being taxed on a much lower figure. So they beat the system. They took advantage of it. And he's probably going to be the first billionaire player. So congratulations to him. Yeah, the Marlins have been wanting Torres, and maybe they'll work something out. Really. I mean, somebody proposed an Arias trade. They're not gonna send Arias over here. I can't see it. No. Yes, I do, Stephen B. I do think the Yankees re-sign Soto. They have to. They absolutely have to. No. Yeah, Ruth to me is the best player in history. Well, I mean, Ohtani's great, but Ruth was the best from day one to the day he retired. Period. Okay, had he batted all that long and not had his five or 6 years as a pitcher where he averaged 19 wins a year, okay, he would have probably had 1,000 home runs or 900 home runs. So, what's up, Sean? Yeah, well, he'll probably profile Word Lifer as a second baseman, but he's second base / third base right now, according to his profile. And he replaced Trey Sweeney as the number 10 prospect. So he went right to number 10. So, and the Dodgers farm is stacked. So we got somebody good here. And that reliever we got was pretty good too. He throws 97, 98 miles an hour. He's got nasty off-speed pitches, comes from the left-handed side. So my guess he's going to be replacing Juan Peralta on the cheap. And don't be surprised if they move guys like Johnny Loizaga and Tommy Kahnle either. They add up to about $8 million too. They could probably get another reliever on the cheap. So keep an eye on what they do. So I would really would. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure everybody in here subscribe to the channel and hit that like button as well. Thank you so much. We are, what are we at? 200. Yeah, 252 subscribers from 20,000. So if anybody likes Yankee content, likes consistent stuff, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you sub to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. So, but that's what we have right now. Yeah, well, the Dodgers now have more room to go over Yamamoto, but does he want to play second fiddle to Ohtani? I don't think so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they're going to offer Yamamoto 500 million after Ohtani's going to get 700 million from them one way or the other. So whether it's now or later, he's still going to get 700 million from them. So, Vin, what's happening, my man? Do you prefer the Yankees? If they sign Yamamoto and decide they want to go all in, then you keep Torres. But if they have an opportunity to get another starting pitcher, then I move Torres. Those are the two scenarios. They got the left-handed reliever, okay, on the cheap for 3 controllable years in Gonzalez. So I checked that off the list in terms of what I would move Torres for. Now I would just go for a controllable starting pitcher. Offensively disgruntled, yeah. Unless they move Torres, I think they're done making. I think they're done bringing in bats. Disgruntled, so I do. I think they're done bringing in bats. Yeah, Ruth Gehrig, Ty Cobb, Mays, Mantle, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron. No doubt about it. Joe DiMaggio. Walter Johnson, pitcher. I appreciate it, Bob Hibbert. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Try to keep it accurate. Try to keep it consistent, right? And try to make sure that you're getting the good information. Thank you, Van. I appreciate you. Appreciate the super chat. It does look nice with Torres. If you add Torres in there and you added Verdugo and Soto and potentially Grisham when he plays, that's a pretty formidable freaking offense. You'd probably bet Torres maybe 5th. You'd probably go, yeah, Soto 2nd, Judge 3rd, Rizzo 4th, Torres 5th, Stanton 6th, Verdugo 7th, something like that. Austin Wells 8th, you can lead off Volpe, you can bat Volpe 9th. So it's a hell of a lot deeper lineup than it was before. That's for sure. Hell of a lot more balanced lineup than it was before too. So that's a good question, Stephen B. I don't know. For Matsui, Yuki Matsui, I don't know. Now they got this lefty reliever. I honestly don't know. I know they're looking at Jordan Hicks. So maybe if Jordan Hicks falls through, maybe somebody like Yuki Matsui would be a good fit. No, have a dominant arm. Hicks is a dominant arm, like a flame-throwing arm in the closing spot, 9th inning. So I would imagine they want somebody like that. Play home setting up for him. That's my guess. We'll see. But I think they're going to add one more arm to the bullpen. And if they trade other guys, they'll probably add a couple arms to the bullpen. So I think that's Scott Efros coming back. He's got a lot of movement on his stuff. He reminds me of Jeff Nelson, but I can see him being maybe a 7th inning guy or a 6th inning guy. So Dodgers fans checking in. Yeah. Shout out to Dodgers fans for hitting Ohtani. I think Imanaga follows Yamamoto. You think they're gonna get Yamamoto and Shota Imanaga too, another starting pitcher? That'd be crazy if they did. Crazy if they did. Really. Again, Van Deminator, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Soto, yeah, I can't see them letting him walk. They're one of 2 teams who can afford his ridiculous extension, which is going to be ridiculous. So Ohtani's extension just raised the level significantly for Soto. And a lot of other people too. Cody Bellinger just thanking Ohtani right now because he's probably going to get 50 million more than we thought he was going to get. So just the way that it is. Consigliere, thank you so much, my man. I appreciate it. The soon-to-be Prime Minister of Texas right there. That's him right there. My Consigliere, my Tom Hagen. That's right. He's a made man. He's going to be one of the few made. We got a couple of made men in Texas right now. That's right. Yamamoto, he's not a Dodger yellow collection. I don't think so. Snell, yeah, I'd say Giants or even Texas Rangers. And I could see Montgomery probably going to Boston. I didn't predict him initially, Boston. I predicted Snell to Texas too, so I'm going to stick with that until. But he might go to Seattle too. So, are you a border patrol agent? Prediction? No, disgruntled. I think it's gonna be 600 minimum. Disgruntled 600. I can't see him making 200 million less than Ohtani. Mm-mm. All right, sharp potatoes. I mean, and it's not necessarily the Dodgers. It's Rob Manfred and Ohtani's people. So they're the ones that decided this, but they took advantage of a loophole that was available to them. You know, but it's and again, he's did a solid for the team. If they asked for it, then they asked for it. So he did a solid for the team to defer money so they can keep getting more guys. And again, they are the second most valuable franchise in all baseball. Yankees are first. Okay, so they can afford this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Comes again, he's 73 aboard. Would I trade for Devin? If I had to choose between Devin Williams and Clase, probably Devin Williams because he's going to be a lot cheaper. I don't think they need to re-sign Wandy now. But I would probably go Devin Williams or Jordan Hicks. Clase is going to be way too expensive, but he would be the get, obviously. But they're going to give up a hell of a lot for him. Hell of a lot for him. So, oh boy, you're in red territory, Stephen B. Oh boy. Oh boy. Negotiation leverage for Yanks for Soto is yeah, the Judge contract for Boris Ohtani contract. Yes. Yeah, I mean he's gonna. Everybody knows he's gonna make more than Judge. Even Judge knows he's gonna make more than Judge. A lot more than Judge. So Judge signed his contract at 30. He's gonna sign it at 25. So the hell of an advantage he has. Why Trey Sweeney for Vivas? Well, Trey Sweeney was blocked by Roderick Arias. He was blocked by Stephen Lombard. Okay, and he didn't really have a path here. So this is a way of moving him. Since he wasn't on the 40 man, he won't be on the Dodgers 40 man, and help them clear up 2 40-man roster spots they can bring over here. And they, we basically replaced our number 10 prospect with another number 10 prospect who's a year younger, also bats lefty, okay, and got a controllable reliever for 3 years. So that's essentially why they replaced, and neither one of them has started their pre-arc clock yet. So they have 6 years of control before free agency. That's essentially why La Colección, in my opinion. So the Yankees came out of this trade on top. It's a smart trade by Cashman. Yeah, they're still paying Bonilla, the Mets, and Reds are playing Griffey. Yep. Deferred, crazy. Crazy money deferred. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, the Dodgers set a new threshold. And there's only a handful of teams, a half a handful of teams that could do it. Dodgers, Yankees, the Mets eventually, they're in a position to do that too. So we'll see. Yeah, Devin Williams is filthy. He's definitely filthy. For Yamamoto, Hayden. What did I miss here? Let me make sure I miss what you said before. Puerto Rico Nation's in the house. You think Snell's going to Seattle? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Snell went to Seattle. Star potatoes, yeah. I mean, when the last time the Yankees didn't get that guy when Hal was involved, I can't even remember. When Hal wants his guy, he gets his guy. Yeah, I did see 4 trades. It's crazy money, man. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, look at the Yankees comment. Like, let's say Soto makes 32, right? And Verdugo's making 9. It's 41, and Grisham's making 5. It's 46, and that alone 46 for 3 guys, right? Versus 70 is essentially for Ohtani. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yes, the Yankees did extremely well. Extremely well. Yeah, they did great. I mean, it would have been nice to see Sweeney, but I wish him well in the Dodgers. I mean, the Yankees got a piece that they needed, another lefty arm in the bullpen, who's going to be a lot cheaper than Wandy Peralta. So that's a net improvement for the Yankees. You know, the Yankees hate him. They haven't made one free agent signing yet. The Yankees, like new free agent signing. It's been all trades, all of them. Well, with the deferred money, Coconuts, yeah, but he's going to make up. He's going to make $700 million guaranteed from the Dodgers, no matter what. That's guaranteed in a contract, no matter how it's deferred or whatever it is. Whether it's over 10 years or 30, he's still going to make 700 million from them. So, you know, and that's and again, he's going to make another 40 million a year, probably in endorsements the next decade too. So he'll be making at least 40 million a year, and then when he retires after the 10 years, if he does, he'll be making 60 million a year then. So he'll be a first $1 billion player. It's crazy, but he will be. He will be. No. Yeah. Cole and Judge co-captains, no doubt about it. Tax free when he goes back to Japan. Exactly. You can just take it and run. You can take it and run. So it sounds crazy, Diver JC. Absolutely crazy. So I mean, mathematically, Boricua Nation, they could, but I don't know if they will. Yamamoto and Imanaga, I'd be surprised if they did, but I at this rate, I don't know. But if they did that, then I think they would. Actually, I don't know. They might trade away Gleyber Torres then, but I really don't know. Because with Yamamoto, let's just say he makes 30. That'll take the Yankees up to like 315. And then at that point, if they move Torres, it takes them down to 300. And if they give out Imanaga 15, takes them back up to 315. So, and then if they get another reliever, let's just say 10 for Jordan Hicks at 325. So, and they can make other trades and stuff. But I mean, I think they're going to be over the Cohen threshold this year, no matter what. So, Yariel Rodriguez, another, intriguing possibility. In Cuba, I played in Japan too. I did a video on him like 3-4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, on Yariel Rodriguez, talking about him. But it would be crazy, work connection. It'd be absolutely crazy. Yeah, it'd be nuts. So that's where I'm like, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it really, really, really is unbelievable. So, and 2 more subscribers. Thank you for everybody subscribing, hitting the subscriber button too. And 252 subs away from 20,000. Trying to get to 20,000 before the end of the year. So that's my that would be my early Christmas present or my late Christmas present if it came before the New Year's. So if you haven't hit the sub button, hit that sub button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button, please. I thank you so much. So I don't know when he signs Aiden. I think he's going to wait until he does all of his meetings. So what they do in Japan, he's going to be thorough. He wants to give everybody a fair shot, and then he'll decide. And I don't know when his meetings officially end. I think the odds are pretty good. It's M2, pretty good for the Yankees to get him. Yeah, they got a couple legs up. Cohen he does not have a good farm system. And they're also like, what are you going to sell him on? Oh, 3 or 4 years, you'll be in a position to win the World Series. Like the Yankees are going for it now. That's what Cohen would have to sell them. Like, yeah, in 3 or 4 years, maybe. It's not, the Yankees have a better selling position for now, selling points, and they're in a better selling position for Yamamoto. So I don't know about that, Scungilli. I mean, I don't know. It would look pretty shady if they did that, but whatever. Yeah, they should have star potatoes. They should have. Honestly, 20 or 700. They should have. Yeah. I think they're gonna go for. Doesn't always go for top dollar contracts. So I mean, he got Stanton top dollar when he was there. He's Stanton's agent too. Kodai Senga got him a good deal. So, but again, like Stanton was in a unique position. Yamamoto's in a unique position. So these guys are going to get top dollar. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. D-Rod, I have a feeling this is going to get 300 million. This Yamamoto contract. And he's 25, so you got a young building block there with him and Soto. And even if you each give them each an opt-out after 5 years, you get 5 prime years of both of them. 5 prime years of both of them. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is the other thing, William, too. Folks keep saying like Soto's overrated and Otani's more marketable. The Yankees World Series in Vegas, their betting odds went from 1,600 to 900. They were cutting half. They went from 12th to third best. So that's the impact of bringing in Juan Soto. I don't really care that he's marketable. I said this earlier. If he's more, Ohtani can be more marketable. That's fine. Soto's here to help the Yankees win the World Series. And the fact is, even before Soto, even before Aaron Judge, they were the number one valued franchise in all of baseball. So they know how to monetize opportunities everywhere they can get them. And he'll get marketed. He'll get jersey sales. He'll get a lot of endorsements too. I don't really care if Ohtani gets more endorsements. I want Soto to get more rings. The Yankees get more rings. So that's the news, Fat Guy. They had a good meeting today. And I don't think we'll hear anything about him signing in. I'd be surprised if he signs in the next couple of days. I think they want to have another meeting in Yankee Stadium. They met with him in Southern California today. So that's the news right now. They feel pretty good about it, Fat Guy in a little coat. They feel good about the meeting they had. I was there. Catchman was there. Aaron Boone was there. And Matt Blake was there. So they had the top brass there. Yes, indeed. So Yamamoto and Imanaga would be crazy, but it would be kind of awesome for Regal Nation. So kind of cross my fingers with you. I really am. No. Judge wants to play in center field more. So, my guess is he'll get this year. He'll probably get it, and then after this year, Verdugo can walk. So, and if Verdugo keep this in mind, if Verdugo has a good year, and Torres stays and has a good year, right? They both get qualifying offers. They both will reject him and leave. The Yankees will get 4 draft picks and a lot more money in international signing money. They'll get that they can allocate even more. So they'd be in a good position if they both stayed and had a good year. Yankees would be in a good position. DJ Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Verdugo, Volpe, Wilson. Where's Torres, Sean? Yeah. Keep Judge out of the right field in Yankees. Yeah, no kidding. I hope they fixed it, Star Potatoes. Yes, Stephen, and I've said this multiple times. There's nothing more profitable economically than winning a World Series championship in New York. Nothing more profitable. So, you know what I mean? Defer, yeah, we'll see if they defer money for Yamamoto. Who knows if they follow the Ohtani route? I don't know. Anything happens to Verdugo, Grisham, Marshall. Well, if I'm them, I'm easing Martian back in. I would give him DH duty and spot outfield duty. I would ease him until next year. Verdugo can walk, and then Grisham or the Martian can play center field with Grisham being the 4th outfielder. So I wouldn't rush Martian back. I'm not going to just sit Grisham if he's playing well or someone else if they're playing well just to bring back the Martian. I'm not doing it. I'm going to ease him in, make sure he's healthy before he plays. So, yeah, more international money. Exactly. I think these are things I always think about. So I'm like always thinking about short term, the long term, and everything else. So my head's like constantly has this stuff spinning in my brain. Suzuki doesn't. He's not 25 for 3 more years. He's only 22 right now, so he's young. Yep. Yeah, I don't know who else. He met with the Giants yesterday. He met with the Yankees today. I don't know. Maybe the Dodgers, and I don't know. I'm not sure. So, yeah, Dominguez rehab's going well. He seems to be healthy, which I'm happy to hear. But he's also coming off Tommy John. Like the Phillies did it right with Bryce Harper. They eased him back in, gave him DH, and then they transitioned him back to the field. They didn't rush him back. So, if Yamamoto goes elsewhere, Andrew, they can pivot to Shota Minaga. Lefty, he's the lefty ace of Japan. Okay, and then they can move Gleyber Torres probably for another starting pitcher with controllable years, probably from the Marlins. Because Marlins have 3 of them on the block right now. And they're all young. You know, and then the emphasis at that point goes from run production to run prevention, which is an equal way of, making the team better and putting in position to win games. So, um, yeah, I mean, Torres is going to make a big contract. If he plays well, he's going to get a big deal next year. And again, I don't think the Yankees are going to extend them, so it makes sense for them to entertain at the very least. It would be irresponsible for them to not entertain trades for him. I know they're listening to offers, but they haven't officially put him on the block. I guess if they get a good offer, then they will. So, take 370 million in commission. No, I doubt it, Dodgers. I doubt it. I doubt it. 370, nah. He's never thrown a pitch in the majors. I'm not giving him more than Garrett Cole. He's not even going to be the number 1 here, Yamamoto. So he'll be the number 2 or the number 3 here. So, yeah, he probably Judge will be the only center fielder. With they'll throw in Trent Grisham because he's an elite defender, and Grisham will get multiple positions. So, yeah, and I'm not underestimating. I expect a bounce back from Rodon. I'm hoping that Nestor Cortez is healthy too. So, DeAndre Hopkins, Sean. Oh boy. So that's my take on it. You know what I mean, Barrico Nation? We have enough to trade for Burns, but it's just going to be too expensive. He's got 1 year left, and then he's probably going to cost $30 million a year. I don't see the point in trading for him at the age of 30 if he's going to be like $30 million a year next year. We have enough to get him. I wouldn't do it. I go free agency route. DeAndre Hopkins. He playing for the Packers, Sean? Steve Cohen flew out to Japan last week, Roy, and met with Yamamoto and his family. So that's the last I heard there. So, yeah, I mean Cole. Cole's the most reliable one for disgruntled. So Rodon's another one. He's got to prove that he's healthy, right? And if he did, and Yamamoto came here, that's a hell of a three-man, a three-headed monster there for the Yankees in the pitching rotation. Second and goal, Titans. Oof. Nice. Dodgers are rolling on Yamamoto. Yeah. So are the Yankees. It sounds like the Mets too. I do think the Yankees will outbid the Dodgers. So I do think they will. And again, but it still remains to be seen, and it still remains to be seen how the Yankees are going to fill out the rest of their 40 man too. They're at 37 right now. Okay, Yamamoto would make 38. They still have 2 roster spots to fill, and they have all off season to do it, obviously. But they will. But it's going to, it's already a much better team than it was last year. MLB The Show. I've seen some others like ESPN have them at like mid 3s. So, that's what we're hearing. Starpton is he wants the big stage more than having a Japanese teammate. And he'll be second fiddle to Ohtani in LA. He'll be the top Japanese player here in New York. Yeah. So that's it. But again, we'll see what happens. So if the Yankees don't get him, the Yankees have to quickly pivot real fast. So the Dodgers still need 2 pitchers because Ohtani's not even going to pitch this year. Monty over. I would sign Monty over Montez too. I don't think either one's going to be backpaid him, but I would do the same. The surgery we re-signed Soto or Judge. Could be. Sounds nice, Maris Samantha read that. It sounds nice. It sounds nice, where you going? What's good? More of that. Don't worry, sir. Yep. There's no bigger stage than NYC. LA's a big market, but it's not New York City. Not New York City. So Monty's going to get paid. Disgruntled. He's going to get paid. Probably 150 million just by how he performed in the postseason. He's also been a consistent, like mid-3 ERA guy in his career. Yeah, I know. Imanaga and Yamamoto, it would be nice if you got both of them. It would be heck nice. Yeah. Um. So I am really, really curious to see where he's going to wind up. Really, really curious. From Barrett, yeah, Barrett. I mean, Barrett was perfect. He was perfect setting up his pitchers and young scrappy player. He was, he's got the most World Series rings, 10 of any Yankee in history. So he's total Hall of Fame living legend. I mean, really, really is one of the greatest catchers of all time. So, WFAN. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, I know. I know. And a lot of people have kind of gotten away from WFAN. No. Yes, indeed. What's your take, folks? Do you think the Yankees are going to get Yamamoto? Let's hear what your takes are. They're pursuing Jordan Hicks. Yep. Excuse me. They are pursuing Jordan Hicks. I will wrap this up in a few minutes, too. Great, great. Yeah, Yogi was a great manager, too. Cacho, I mean, he's a great player, great philosopher, and a great manager. He's an all-timer. He's an all-timer. Love when he has those Yogiisms. It's great. Yogi. But that's what we got right now. I mean, the Ohtani deferred money situation, they're going to get taxed on a hell of a lot lower salary and then have everything else probably rolled over into carried interest, which they will pay hardly any taxes on. And if he goes back to Japan, I mean, he's going to be sitting pretty. Sitting pretty. Alex, I like your confidence, man. I think they get him. Just waiting for the report that they sign him, I think Bellinger's going to sign with Toronto, Aiden. I think Toronto's fans are, they got their hearts broken by Ohtani. I think they're clamoring for another impact player, and I think they'll get Cody Bellinger. And rightfully so. 10 years, 300 mil with options and incentives. Could be. It could be. Antoine, we just know right now that the Yankees top brass, they had a good meeting with them today. The other good news is that the Yankees, they've reserved number 18. 18 is a very prestigious number. Japan reserved for Japanese eights. One of the most formidable competitors, the Mets, they're actually retiring number 18. So they're not even going to have it available for Yamamoto, and that's Darryl Strawberry had 18. So, and they're going to retire number 16 too, which Dwight Gooden had. So, the Yankees have a leg up. But the deferred money is definitely creating an opportunity for the Dodgers. So, but I do think the Dodgers are probably out on him. I do. So, yeah, deferred contracts happen, man. They happen, especially at this level. It's crazy. But, and I heard he wants to be in the best of the best. He wants to be in the big market, and that's the Yankees, man. That's exactly, William. Ohtani trolled the Blue Jays fan hard with false reports. I don't know if it was they were the one that gave the false reports, but where it is, epic troll job. Roki Sasaki, he demanded to be posted, but it doesn't sound like they're going to do it, even if there's a clause in his contract. The problem is they're not going to be able to get his posting fee until he's 25. So you're going to have to wait 3 years to get any of his posting fee. And why would they revert to the international money? Teams get such smaller pools of international money, right? And in the upwards of maybe $6 million. And that's the posting fee is going to be based on that. And that international money is based on amateur contracts. When the posting fee and the MPB comes, they're getting major league contracts on a much bigger. So the posting fee is much bigger. So they have no incentive to post them early and let him be paid in international money. Zero incentive, because then once he signs if he does that, if he signs a massive contract later, they don't get anything from that. Nothing at all. So it makes no sense for them to post Roki Sasaki early. And at this point, you might as well stay there, get a better track record, get more consistency. Yamamoto's got a track record, just like Soto has a track record. And that's important. Roki Sasaki's not there yet. On Roki Sasaki. 715. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could see 700 for 14. Take him until he's 39. That's 50 million per. You give him an opt out after 5 or 6 years. Let him cash out if he wants to. So, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. Puerto Nation, you could see a surge, which would be freaking nuts. Like, absolutely nuts, Puerto Rico Nation. The Maris Mantle Redux redo. Got that right. That's it right now, Clint. The Yankees had a good meeting with Yamamoto's people today. Top brass, they're confident. They read, they gave him the pitch on their history. And, the Japanese greats that came out of there, Matsui, Tanaka, Kuroda. And, they reserved number 18 for him, which is a very prestigious number. In Japan, it's reserved for a Japanese ace. So the Mets are not doing that. They're retiring number 18, who Darryl Strawberry had. So the Yankees might have a leg up on the Mets. But with the deferred money in the Dodgers, maybe it's now between the Yankees and the Dodgers, for all we know. I don't know. Either way, I think he's going to get $300 million one way or the other. Yamamoto. And he's 25. I wouldn't say the Dodgers are out on him. I've heard a report that said they're out, but no, it's not opinion. I saw a report, Roy. But again, I'm not until they say themselves they're out. It's not corroborated. So, and the fact that the Ohtani just deferred all this money creates an opportunity for them. So we'll see. We'll see. That was floating around Twitter today, Roy, that the Dodgers might have been out on Yamamoto. But we'll see. I don't see an MLB salary cap, and I don't think the union will go for it. Cut report, cut. It's floating around Twitter today. It's M2. What do you call it? Salary. I don't think a salary cap's going to happen because you need 24 out of 30 teams to sign off on it. I don't think they'll be able to get that much of a committee to do that. Oh, it's a massive overpay for Ohtani, Clint. Massive overpay. Imanaga won't even cost half of what and Matsui. You can get Imanaga and Matsui combined for less than Yamamoto by himself. War vet. You can get both for less than Yamamoto by himself. So, Dodgers need two starters. William and Clayton Kershaw won't be. He had shoulder surgery. There's no guarantee he's going to be back. Julio Urias got a second domestic violence arrest, so I don't think he's going to be back either. So those two pitchers, and then you got Walker Buehler coming back from injury. So their pitching is decimated. Their starting rotation. So yeah, the Jays weren't far behind Diver JC. That's right. So the report, they were at about 675 for Ohtani. They were close. They were very close. So this is the thing. Right? Dodgers have to pay hard. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I don't know if they knew that the Jays were in on that level, but this is definitely a new standard that they set. Like there's a huge Japanese market in Toronto too. He'd be sheltered there a little bit more than he would be in LA. So, and he's a low key guy, so he'd respond well in that market too. I think. I'm glad he went to the Dodgers, and then we don't have to face him 10 times, 12 times a year with the Blue Jays. So, you know what I mean? Dylan C still looking at me. I could see him going to like the Dodgers or the Orioles or something like that. So, yeah, I mean the Dodgers rotation is in shambles right now. Star potatoes. I think a lot of people have that gut feeling, Sean, that they're going to get Yamamoto. I'm holding off judgment until it actually happens. That's why I'm not. I don't want to. I mean, so Jonathan Ryan, Jesus, I wish me that. Crazy. Bendera Nice missed Ohtani deferring a lot of money. to give the Dodgers more cap space to pursue pitching, and he's deferring like 95% of his contract, which is insane. So, and the Yankees top brass met with Yamamoto and his people today. They're trying hard to put the full court press. They're hoping to have a second meeting, and they feel really good about it. And the second meeting would be at Yankee Stadium. So that's the plan according to them, unless he agrees to sign before that. But I think they want to take him on a tour of Yankee Stadium. And one of the reasons why they had that in California is because it's a much shorter flight from Japan. So I get that. So, but it has been a great offseason for the Yankees. Has been. They've been proactive, striking early and not waiting the market out. So, and that's important. And their lineup is a hell of a lot more balanced than it was before. So, hell of a lot more. If the Mariners trade Gilbert, I don't think he'll be on the he'll be available that long, Matt. But I don't know if they'll trade Gilbert. I mean, I think Glasnow will get traded. I think I don't know, one other player. Dylan Cease will get traded, and maybe Corbin Burns too. So he met with the Giants yesterday, too. He met with them yesterday. No. When the CBA expires, a 2-year lockout. No, I don't think it's a 2-year lockout. I don't think they're going to go 2 years without baseball. They can't do that in New Brunswick. They can't do that. I think he'll get an opportunity from where, Nick? I don't know. But I mean, he's been cleared criminally, so why not? You think if no, that was agreed in the last CBA. Unlimited deferred money. The last, if you read it, unlimited deferred money. So they agreed to it. Which is crazy, but they did. But that's man. That's where we're at right now. Murakami is another one after 2025. He's 23 right now. I think after 2025 season, he'll be available. He'll be posted. He's a left-handed power hitter. Plays first base and third base. And he bats left-handed. They're calling him the Japanese Babe Ruth. So he's got some serious power with his bat. So Yankees might need a first baseman at that point. We'll see. We will see. The Mets are still paying Bonilla. Yeah, they're paying him for like 30 more years. Yeah, and the reason why they're paying him, because of the Bernie Madoff situation. The Wilpons, they made a deal with Bernie Madoff, and he fleeced them for I don't know how much, but then they agreed to defer Bonilla's contract to lessen the hit for a long period of time. So that's why his contract is such, because of Bernie Madoff. Ohtani was the Japanese Babe Ruth. Yeah, that's what they're saying, but this guy's got more power than Ohtani. This guy's a straight-up slugger. But yeah, I mean, he's the like Connecticut. Ohtani's like the two-way version of Babe Ruth. Yeah, pitcher hitter, no doubt. Murakami plays third and first, Nick. Yeah, but he's an infielder. He's a big husky guy too. There's a second meeting. He's saying, yeah, that's what they're hoping for. So, and get him in Yankee Stadium, man. Take him on the tour. Have a jersey waiting for him. Have his name up on the moniker, the screen, and everything. So, Hideki Matsui. Yeah, Matsui had some prodigious power too. Spencer Jones. He can also be an elite outfielder too. He's a super duper athlete. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. The Yankees have a lot of prospect depth, a lot of positional depth. So it's going to be really interesting. Godzilla was the Babe Ruth Japanese. Yeah, yes, he was. Yeah, apparently this guy Murakami is better than all of them. More, highly touted than all the rest of these guys. So we'll see. Rumors Flaherty to the Tigers, Jack Flaherty and Michael Wacha. Yeah, get 2 starters. They're quietly just adding pieces, the Tigers. They brought back Andrew Chafin last night, so quietly adding pieces. And the NL Central is wide open. John, at the end of the day, I think he'll go to the Yankees, but I think it's going to cost them more than we originally thought. Yamamoto. I do. But it is what it is. That's the market. And when something like this happens, when somebody leaps the new thresholds and everything in terms of salary, then it elevates this other higher level salaries. So it just happens. Oh, he's more his power is more highly touted than Otani is. And again, it's something to keep in mind too. Like Otani's is considered the power of this, but he only has 10 more home runs than Juan Soto in his career. They're only 10 home runs apart from each other. And Soto's got a higher career batting average, a higher career on base percentage. He's got a ring, got a home run derby title. He's got a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Dodgers might have. They still got a chance. In front. You never know. We could wake up tomorrow saying the Dodgers strike again and sign freaking Yamamoto too. No, we'll see. They give him some crazy deal, then let him go from there on a crazy deal. So, wish the boss. Yeah, seriously, John. So do I. But his son's acting like the boss again. How? He's being aggressive like the boss. So I like his commitment. I like his aggressiveness. So I like his focus here. I do. Uh, I've seen him play first base, Nick. Um, but he's known for his bat anyway, Nick. He's known for his bat. He's got crazy power potential. Crazy power potential. You know, and a young World Series champ energy. And you ain't damn right, disgruntled. Damn right. Damn right. And Judge and Soto have an MVP season some seasons, Stanton does too. Yeah, it would be nice if Stanton has a resurgent year and Rizzo has a healthy year too. This lineup is way different. Way different. Like it's unbelievable. It's definitely unbelievable. But let me wrap this up. Going on an hour here. I won't let you go. But that's what we have for you right now. That was the Yankees meeting with Yamamoto today, and the situation with Shohei Ohtani deferring all this money, and Kobe and Bryant. Yeah, no kidding. But make sure if you're not subscribed to this channel for whatever reason, do this right now. Okay, because once Yamamoto signs, even if it's in the middle of the night, I'm going to put out a video on it. Okay, I have my notifications to wake me up if something happens. So, and I'll do that. Just got another subscriber. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if anybody hasn't hit the subscribe button, please do. And if you do it, hit the notification button too. That way you are at the front of the line. You're one of the first people to get this stuff as it comes in. So I thank you so much for it. Hit the like button on the way out. Let's try to get over 100 likes if we can. And peace and love to all of you. Have a great night. I'll talk to y'all next time.